This might actually come under our other topic we're gonna have later, but it's a quick hitter. Melvin Gordon thinks he knows where Phillip Rivers is going,
Really?
and he thinks he's going to the Colts. He says it's the same offensive coordinator and the same playbook, so why not? Seems like a
Believable.
perfect fit.
Now, if you're the Colts, are you ready to move on from your current quarterback situation? Do you need an upgrade?
I would move on.
Move on. But
For a
they
guy
gave-
like that, I would.
Yeah, for a guy like that, you would. He gave him 2 years, though.
He's
Right.
not a bad player,
But is Phillip Rivers really an upgrade over Jacoby Brissett?
in terms of the ability to read defenses and with the coach, I like their coach. The way he spread all these options out all over the field.
Right.
I think he's capable of hitting those guys.
The only ability that, in my opinion, that matters is your ability to convert third downs and throw touchdowns. Is he an improvement?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too. Jacoby Brissett doesn't really throw touchdowns, does he?
Nah, he had moments where I think he's
Right.
looked good, and then there's others where it's just
Right.
Yeah, their running game took him pretty far this year, too.
he's
Right.
not a bad quarterback. I think he's still
Exactly.
developing, but I also think that I look at him as more of a backup quarterback to
Right.
possibly starting.
He's past the age of peak.
Right.
Now he is what he is.
Right.
Great backup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want him as a backup.
Yeah, he can save your
If your
season.
guy goes down,
He can save
you're
you.
comfortable throwing him out there and knowing that he ain't going to mess it up.
Right.
Yeah, he won't throw the
You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
possibility.
You're going to need something else to win, but he's not going to mess it up.
He's
Right.
like Nick Foles.
Yeah. Yeah. Along those lines.
Yeah.
Along, yeah. That's how he's going to be utilized best.
Right.
All right.
Agreed. So. I
What
think
else is
that's-
buzzing? Let me take a quick look at Twitter to see if anything's popping right now.
I saw Lions talking about trading
Darius Slay? Yeah.
Well,
that?
it's the Patriot way. You know, Detroit thinks that they're the New England Patriots of the Midwest. So they want to like maximize picks and trade guys. Darius Slay is going to be due a contract pretty soon.
Okay.
So I think they're trying to make a move before, they're in a position where they might lose him for nothing. So at this point, we didn't make the playoffs last year. I say, let's just see what happens. Whatever.
How valuable is Darius Slay, though?
I think he's important because, it's hard to find a good cornerback.
Where was he drafted? He's a first rounder.
Yes.
believe
Yes.
so.
Darius Slay was a first rounder.
And how much experience does he have?
He's been in the league at least a good
5.
6 years, maybe, something like that. And he's had a couple seasons where he struggled a little bit. But to be honest with you, in the last couple of years, he's been fairly solid. He's not bad. When you look at the stats and numbers and analytics, he's right up there with a lot of the other guys. I don't call him a lockdown corner, but he's
Second
good
round.
enough. Yeah,
What
he's
is-
good enough.
What are they doing over there, though? Because they're talking about possibly trading the quarterback, too. Are
Well-
they breaking it all down, or?
Well, here's the thing. They're trying to maximize picks. They've got that number 3 pick in the draft. So they're thinking in terms of what can we do to get more picks in the first round. And then possibly they're interested in Tua. So possibly they can bring Tua in. They might let Stafford go because he's due like these huge contract bonuses and all this stuff. So they're looking at that. Possibly they're interested in Chase Young. It's like all hands on deck.
Where's Miami picking?
Miami is picking number.
'Cause I know they want Tua, but
They're lower than number 3.
all right.
Because they decided to go on a little winning streak at the end of the year.
It'd be
So
interesting that
They
Detroit wants-
really did well at the end of the year.
they did, and they've got multiple draft picks in the first round.
Starting to get, as Jets fans, I'm starting to get scared of Miami because the coach has proven that he's a great NFL coach. Right? Is that going too far?
No, I don't think so because
good.
with what he had to
He's
work
good.
with the first 3 or 4 games of the year, they were talking about guys wanted to leave. They said, we don't want to be here anymore. This team sucks.
Right. They
People want to
traded
quit.
all of their good players.
And he managed to get everybody back in line, finish the season. Everybody was harmonious. They made a little bit of a run to make it respectable. I think I like them.
Miami's picking second, and I know they have a bunch of picks. I know 3 picks in the first round.
I
Some
thought
people-
Miami's picking 5.
So
Some
they're-
people are wondering if they were going to win a game.
Yeah.
So they won 5.
Okay, I might be looking at an old article. All right. What else? We got time for one more buzzing story.
I saw that the Browns cut 4 players. They freed up more than $13 million in salary cap. Can you guys hear me? The Browns,
There it is.
they cut 4 players. $13 million saved in salary cap. I thought that was pretty
You know
interesting.
who the 4 are?
Yeah, it is. Well, they are Cornerback T.J. Carey, tight end Demetrius Harris, guard Eric Cush, and linebacker Adonis Taylor.
You don't even have to say his name because we don't know who he is.
Yep.
Sorry, Adonis.
But I mean, the players, yeah. But the amount of money that they're saving now, I mean, I don't know who else they're going to go for. Who else do they really need?
How much money was that? $13 million?
Over $13 million.
They need an offensive lineman.
They do.
Yes, in the worst way.
And yeah, sacrificing 4 players who aren't pivotal
That's pretty good.
for $13 million. That might make sense for them because
The more people they add, I'm just saying, like, no more excuses. There was no excuses last year why you shouldn't have gotten to the. Well, there's excuse in my opinion. They're the coach, but moving into this season, I want to see them in the playoffs with all that talent.
To make sure we give the best information on, we were talking about the Dolphins draft. We have that now. Correction.
Yes. So we've got Cincinnati number 1, Redskins 2, Lions 3, Giants 4, Dolphins are the 5th pick, Chargers are after that, followed by Carolina, and followed by the Panthers. And that's just the top of the draft order.
All right.
Wait, the Jets? I thought we had like 6, 7 pick. No.
Not according to this.
Where the Jets picking?
Hold up. The Jets, let me slide it on down. Jets are number 11. That's because you all went 7 and 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what happened to you.
Once he came back from that mono,
Yeah, we was
once he left that girl alone.
That was it.
cooking after that. We were cooking. We had something going, but he wanted to go get mono.
But get this though, Miami has the number 18 pick, which is the Pittsburgh Steelers pick,
Right.
for the Minka Fitzpatrick trade,
Right.
and then they've got the Houston Texans
Right.
pick at number 26
Right.
in the first round.
So the article that I saw that had Miami 2 was basically saying that they would trade up to 2 to get Tua. So apparently Tua is their number 1 target. And I am becoming afraid of Miami because if Tua does pan out and this coach pans out, well, as we all know, all you need is a quarterback and a coach in the NFL.
Yeah.
And you're no longer a dependable 4th place team as Miami has been.
The thing is that the Redskins don't really want a quarterback, from what I understand, because their owner really likes the quarterback they have now.
Haskins?
Haskins.
Okay.
So the 3rd pick with the Lions is where it gets kind of interesting because the Lions don't really want a quarterback either. They're making it sound like they might want one
Yeah.
because I think they're trying to play games like trade down.
Do you know what I would do
What?
in situations like that?
What?
I'm going to take the best player available.
Agreed.
If that's the quarterback, I'm taking the quarterback even with Matthew Stafford because it creates so much leverage for me because if we go into camp and that kid shows out, hey, Matthew Stafford is now available and I need 3 first-round picks.
And you can do that. You can do that.
Yes.
Because quarterbacks are hard to come by.
Yes, and Stafford is a proven commodity who
3 first rounds, though?
yeah, I would still think if I was a fan of random team, even the Jets, and Matthew Stafford at this age and this experience became available, it is a fair assumption that he's going to have a good 10 more years to play and possibly
10.
be a top 10 quarterback.
I can see New England once if Brady leaves.
Right,
They would go for something like that.
right. The talent.
draft that you saw with Miami moving up to 2 has Detroit taking Chase Young.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you wouldn't mind that.
Chase Young is supposedly they think that he's the best athlete in the draft. We can
Right.
use some help on the line.
You know who's interesting? And then on this, it has the Redskins getting them after the Giants. Isaiah Simmons from Clemson. That safety, he plays safety, corner, linebacker. That guy's a freak athlete.
Right.
So that's who I want the Giants to draft.
But
we'll
they're
see.
adding him to another player that's similar to that. Jabril Peppers, and that might not be a bad thing.
He's better than Jabril.
We
Jabril
don't know that, but
Yeah, we
Jabril
do.
was a beast in college too. We don't know that.
But they said Jabril's
I don't think
undersized in the
Jabril is-
league.
Huh? You think
They
he's
say he's
what?
undersized in the league. He's
For what position?
too small to play that linebacker position, but then not really big enough and fast enough to play the safety like you would assume he could play in the league. He's okay.
All right. I
Yeah,
see that.
he's okay,
I see how
but-
he could be a tweener,
Right.
but a tweener is something great to have. Tyrann Matthew is a tweener. He's not the fastest guy, so he ends up playing linebacker a lot, and all he does is make plays. If Tyrann Matthew was a pure fantastic safety, he'd be a safety. he wouldn't be known for what he's known for now, which is the ability to be both a safety and a linebacker.
I think the Honey Badger is way better than Jabril Peppers.
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
That he's a game changer.
Right. All right.